So if you click this video because you are curious about how men actually think and like a few things that women don't know, then you are in the right place, because today I will give you golden truths about how men actually are. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump right into it. So the first point is a shocker that most women don't understand. Men don't care about your career, period. They don't care whether you are a girl boss, whether you're CEO, manager, or whatever. They just want a nurturing girlfriend. They just want someone who can take care of them, support them, looks fit and healthy, and that's about it. But girls, we look up to another girl who is like probably a manager, a CEO, well put together, she's a girl boss, she's independent, she don't need no man. We like that because it feels like women empowerment. It feels like women supporting women. It feels like you are your own element, you don't need like a man. But men do not need that. Men do not need women to be independent, to be a girl boss, to be attractive. Like, you can be a girl boss, like good for you if you're doing it for yourself. That's good to have. But I'm saying that to them, they don't think that it is an attractive feature to be like independent, to be a girl boss. And the reason is not because they are intimidated by you, which we always say. I think there are some exceptions, like maybe Ryan Reynolds, who is like intimidated by Scarlett Johansson, but very minority. Like for the men who are not like insecure, for the men who, you know, don't mind earning lesser than the woman, they don't really care what you work as. They don't care if you're owning a multi-millionaire business. They just want someone who loves them back. And you don't have to be someone who earns a lot of money, someone who, you know, has businesses in order to be attractive in that sense. And I think partly why I think women in the higher ranks, like women with like good career, their husband always somehow just cheat on them, might be because they lost sight of the woman they used to fall in love with. It could be because she's busier with work, she didn't have time for intimacy, didn't have time for kids, didn't have time for the family, and eventually he gets lonely. And what does he do when he gets lonely? He seeks companionship outside. So I think to some extent that this could be true, that this is how men actually think, that their needs are not as complicated as we thought. Number two, I want to talk about how men actually classify women according to the 3 boxes rule. I made this up by the way. So the 3 boxes rule is very simple. It is basically how they are programmed to classify you the moment they saw you, the moment they know you, like your personality, your looks, everything combined. They will put you in either the friendship box, or the hooker box, or the girlfriend box. So friendship box is simple. Maybe you're just not his type. Maybe he thinks you guys are friendly enough to be friends, but maybe not like enough for him to see you as someone being like attractive enough to be your partner. Could be many reasons. And then the hooker box is more like if you guys met under circumstances, like maybe you met at a bar, at a club, maybe you guys agreed to be FWBs from the get-go. Then he knows, like his mind is already like, okay, this girl is for hookups, this girl is, you know, for sleeping only, for good times, not for wifing up. And so you are stuck in that box. But for women, we don't think about it that way. We will usually catch feelings because women fall in love after sex, but men don't fall in love after sex because of like there are certain hormones that they have, and they get post-nut clarity, and then they will just go. But for women, the more intimacy we get with this person, the more we fall in love with them. And that's why a lot of girls out there were like, so I think I'm falling for my FWB, I don't know if he feels the same. Girl, he does not feel the same, because he already classified you as the hookup box, and you are not moving from box to box, because that's just how it is. Like, it's fixed. You don't suddenly fall in love, like men don't suddenly fall in love overnight from like friends to lover. If they do, they already classify you as the lover box. Like maybe you're friends with a guy for a long time, and then after a few years he finally confessed. That's not because you're in the friendship box. That's because he already put you in the lover box, just that he needs more courage, maybe he needs more time. You're already in the lover box. And what I'm trying to say is, men are very simple, intentional creatures. Like they know from the first day whether you are someone they see like having a future with, whether they see you as like someone they can wife up, someone they can, you know, be their boyfriend to. They know it on the first day. There's no guessing game. It's all straightforward. It's already written. It's the everything is in the head already. So good luck getting out of that. But for women, it's like a bit different because we can do anything. We are like interchangeable. It could be enemies to lovers, it could be friends to lovers, it could be ex to lovers again. Like anything can work. I don't know. We are just complicated like that. The next one I want to talk about is male gaze versus female gaze. And what I mean by that is someone might be attractive to you as a woman, but it might not be attractive to a guy. Like for instance, men think that Scarlett Johansson, they think that someone like Kate Winslet, they are hot. That's for the male gaze. But for women, maybe we like someone like Emma Watson, we like someone like Bella Hadid, Lily Rose Depp, because they have like features that capture our attention. I feel like women like women who look a bit siren-y or a bit cutesy, a bit unique. But men prefer women that look more elegant, more sexy. I feel like, in my opinion, because sometimes when like I would be outside walking with my boyfriend and I'll ask him like, do you think she's hot? And then he would say yes, but maybe to me she's just okay. So what I want to try to say is, just because you think that you're not hot to yourself doesn't mean that men don't find you hot. It's just that we have different lenses. Like women and men, we see people different. So maybe you walk out and you attract like women looking at you more than men looking at you. That's normal. So I'm saying that no one is ugly. It's just, you just need the right lens to look at it, right? The next one I want to talk about is something that might hit hard to hold. It is about how underappreciated men feel. So this one, I think I can relate, because I think about male figures in my life, like my dad. Like how often do you tell your dad that he did a good job with the tidying the house, with, you know, bringing home the dough, compared to your mom? I feel like we are more lenient with our compliments, with like our praises. We're more empathetic towards like mothers compared to fathers. Fathers, it feels like this is their job. Like their job is to solve problems, is to be the man in the house. But to them, it feels like they were underappreciated. Like whatever they did, maybe it's out of love, out of like responsibility, they still want to be recognized. They're still humans, they're like us, they want acknowledgement, they want people who tell them they did a good job when they did a good job. And I think most men don't have that. Like they were taught to be strong, they're taught not to cry, they are taught that showing feelings, showing emotions is a sign of weakness, which I think is really sad, because deep down I know there's a child inside them who also wants the same love that we women get. I think that if you have a chance, you can go tell your boyfriend, your father, you know, your husband, tell them that, you know, you appreciate them for everything they've done thus far, because men don't hear that all the time. They wish they did. The next one I want to talk about is, I don't think it's a shocker, but I think it is a bit interesting. Like, you know how women recharge by talking to another woman? Like we talk about our problems, we talk about our day just to feel better. Men don't do that. Men recharge by being quiet. Like when is the last time you saw a guy talk to another guy about his feelings? Like unless they're best friends. I don't think that happens all the time. So men recharge by being alone, thinking to themselves like, how can I solve this issue? How can I, you know, deal with my problems? They just need a long time to think about it rather than, you know, talking about it. And this is where we have like a dilemma, because as women we want them to tell us what's going on, because I mean, if we are partners we should support each other, but to them that's not how they handle conflict, that's not how they handle problems. They need to be alone. That's why we women, we always ask things like, how come you never tell me anything? How come like you just, you know, keep quiet, keep everything to yourselves? Because that's the way they work. That's the way they work. They need space. They grow up dealing with problems on their own, solving their own problems, being the man of the house. And it's not easy, for sure. It's not easy being alone, feeling like you have to solve problems all the time. So I think that's one thing that surprised me a lot about men, that I think we might have overlooked, because we just don't really know the other gender that well. And the last point I want to talk about is how men show love through intimacy. If you ask any guy right now, any guy, like there's a high chance, maybe 80% of them will say that their language of love is physical touch. And I mean, it's been proven true and true again, because my friends, my male friends, my friends of friends, they all have physical touch as their first love language. And I don't think it's a shocker. The way women fall in love, the way women show love is like mainly words, right? Mainly you telling them you love them, could be you touching them, could be you like giving them gifts. But men, they show love through intimacy, through like hugging, through kissing, through like having intercourse. They feel like truly connected with the person through touching. And this is what a lot of women like us don't understand, is because we thought that they're doing it because they're horny all the time. We thought that they want sex all the time because they're horny all the time, they can't keep it in their pants. But this is wrong. This is not really true, because like, if it's true, if my theory, if whatever I said today is true, that men fall in love through sex, then it will answer a lot of questions about why men cheat all the time. Because maybe after you get into a relationship, after you get in marriage, for some reason the girl doesn't want sex anymore. Maybe she's tired all the time, she's not in the mood, and then the men don't feel loved. So when they don't feel loved, what do? They will find it elsewhere. So they will have sex with people outside, they will, you know, find a prostitute or like someone just to have an intimate connection. But for women it's different. Women, we don't fall in love necessarily through intimacy. We mainly fall in love with like the things we do for them. Maybe we cook for them, clean for them, take care of them, and then we feel bad when they cheat on us, because the way we show love is different, and we never understand that. We never breached both genders, never really understood how both genders work. So right now I'm telling you that men fall in love through intimacy. They show love through intimacy, and they need intimacy to, you know, you love them, feel like they're wanted, feel like they're attractive, feel like they're desired by you. I think it's the equivalent of like a woman not getting enough attention. Like if you're not getting enough attention from your boyfriend, maybe he's gaming every day, maybe he's busy with work, then you will feel lonely, right? You'll feel left out, and you'll feel like your love bar is at an all-time low. You feel bad. So I think that is the equivalent of what a man feels if he doesn't have sex, or touching, or like kissing or hugging, could be any of that. But yeah, let me know if this makes sense. Let me know if it applies in the comments. Okay, I think that is all I have for now that I know about men. I'm still collecting data info every single day through my interactions with people I know, friends, families, and maybe I'll do a part 2, I don't know. But for now, this is all I have. If any of this, whatever I said, surprised you, do comment, let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.